obtaining permanent residency status or gaining citizenship in a foreign country may seem like a good idea for those who no longer want to live in the country they were born or what passport they hold. But some nations make that transition especially difficult. Here are top 10 countries with most difficult immigration laws. Bhutan. For a country that uses Gross National Happiness Index to measure its success, Bhutan's citizenship clauses are not exactly simple. According to Bhutan Citizenship Act 1985, to be born a citizen, both your parents must be Bhutanese. Denmark. Denmark's most scrutinized laws on immigration is the 24-year rule, which states that for the foreign spouse of a Danish citizen to qualify for citizenship, both the Danish spouse and the foreign spouse must be at least 24 years old. The rule's purpose is to limit the number of immigrants, prevent forced marriages, and create a better integration process. Gulf states. Gulf states are keen to protect their country's status quo and don't want to compromise their cultural values or standard of living by allowing foreigners to become permanent members of the society. Your only road to become a naturalized citizen is by marriage to a national. Even this, however, does not guarantee citizenship, particularly for non-Muslims. China. Chinese citizenship is legally authorized, but in practice is nearly impossible. According to the law of citizenship, if you are a foreigner seeking Chinese citizenship, you must be either a relative of a Chinese citizen or permanently living in China. Making immigration to China is one of the hardest in the world. Despite the population approaching 1.4 billion in 2000, there were only 941 naturalized citizens. South Korea. As a country that places a high value on its ethnic and cultural homogeneity, Korea only allows temporary low-skilled workers to do the difficult, dangerous, and demanding jobs. To become a Korean citizen is virtually impossible. The number of Koreans living abroad exceeds the number of migrants within Korea. With more than 2 million Koreans residing elsewhere, many in advanced countries, including the United States, Canada, Australia, and Japan. Israel. Founded on the idea of providing a haven to the persecuted, Israel now refuses more refugees than any other first world country. Securing permanent residency is almost impossible unless you are Jewish, have family connections, or to be listed as one of the righteous. They are now passing even tougher laws on Israeli nationality, which means a person must be Jewish, while over 1 million Israelis enjoy permanent residency overseas. The imbalance seems unjustifiable. Switzerland. To be considered for permanent residency, you must live in Switzerland for 10 years. To be eligible to do that, you must either be a high net worth investor, married to a Swiss partner, or be employed by a Swiss company. In a highly skilled and well-paid role, ensure those who want to immigrate to Switzerland have a mountain to climb. Most migration to Austria is done on a flexible system, which is known as the red, white, red card, and is designed to grant residence based on the skills of potential incoming workers and the shortages in the Austrian labor market. The issue is there are only 11 professions that qualify under the scheme, unless a person has exceptional critical skills in demand. This makes Austria impossible to move unless you have a very specific skill set. Nigeria. Long-term expats are required to apply for a combined expatriate residence permit and alien card, which acts as both as a work permit and a residence permit. Holding an employment offer or contract is necessary, and a SIRPAC is always tied to a specific job. If you leave Nigeria, you must apply for a re-entry visa. Nigeria, like most African countries, has a strong cultural priorities and does not promote immigration. Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein, a tiny mountainous country between Austria and Switzerland, has a population of just under 40,000, and the country's immigration policy appears to aim to keep it small. If you want to become a citizen, you need to live in Liechtenstein for at least 30 years. If you want a shortcut from the 30-year residency requirement, you can ask your community to vote you in after 10 years. Regardless of method, you'll have to give up your current citizenship.